Hey folks, it's James Thomas with another video blog on stress management, and I am excited because today I have in my hands the top 3 coping methods from psychologist Kumar Mahi from India. Kumar and I have been collaborating and sharing stress management resources since we found each other online several weeks ago. We'll eventually do an interview together, but right now Kumar is really busy wrapping up a research project. So he sent me some excellent resources and asked me to make some videos on my own until we can work together. Let's start with his top 3 coping methods: proactive coping, meaning making, and religious coping. Number 1, proactive coping. Now the exciting thing about proactive coping is that we can do something about the stress before the stressful event or the stressor occurs. Now keep that in mind. Stress management is something that we do before the stressor occurs, while it's happening, and after the fact. We can choose to anticipate, to prevent, or to seek challenges that will either help us grow or drag us down. Eustress or distress, useful stress, or things that will stress us out. We can decide right now to increase or invest our personal social resources effectively. So rather than waiting for a stressor to sneak up on us and then stressing out about it, we can anticipate and challenge ourselves so that we're prepared to face the stressor when it comes. So examples of proactive coping would be preparing for an exam or interview well in advance, consciously managing our time and relationships, making a commitment to work out a plan or a goal. So proactive coping is a change in attitude that focuses on present or future events. Kumar's number 2 coping mechanism is meaning making. In meaning making, we can do something to cope even after the stressful event occurs. Sometimes this means changing the way we think, feel, or act to help us deal with what has happened to us. Reorganizing, reinterpreting, reframing, restructuring, and looking at the positive side of stressful events are ways to make meaning. Life coaching looks to find ways to use stressful events to our advantage. Psychotherapy helps us to change ourselves to fit the unchangeable external realities that we're facing. So an example of meaning making would be using something like failure as feedback, viewing change as a challenge, an opportunity for growth rather than something to fear, and treating obstacles as opportunities. Meaning making is changing our response to a past or present event. Number 3, religious coping. Now the exciting thing about religious coping is that it gives us something to fall back on, even in times of extreme stress. Religion and a relationship with God offers a framework for understanding, interpreting, and accepting our stressful life events. Sometimes when we encounter uncontrollable circumstances, the only thing we can do to comfort ourselves is to surrender ourselves to God the Almighty. This leaves us with a reassurance that God is in control of the situation. This brings a tremendous sense of relief and peace, even in extremely stressful, uncontrollable circumstances. Examples include things such as the death of a loved one, life-threatening or terminal illness, violence, and terrorism. Religious coping is transforming oneself beyond one's own limits to gain strength and acceptance from a greater source. So psychologist Kumar Mahi's top 3 coping methods are proactive coping, meaning making, and religious coping. Kumar hosts an excellent blog. I encourage you to visit it. stress-coping.blogspot.com. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned. Next time I'm going to bring you the top 3 shields that help us cope with stress. These 3 protecting shields will further equip you to help manage the stress in your life.